So I did something super fun last night. If you're somebody who's like a dream board vision manifesting girly, you'll probably think it's fun too. But if not, then maybe it doesn't concern you. Okay, it is what it is. I sat down last night. I love astrology. Venus retrograde just started. My Saturn return starts tomorrow. Because of that, I was like, I have this perfect opportune moment to sit down and figure out what I want for the coming couple of years. When Venus goes retrograde again, my Saturn return will be basically almost over. It's not going to be like done, but it's going to be pretty much done. So I sat down last night and I was like, okay, I got to figure this out. What do I want? Where am I going? How am I going to get there? Because Venus also right now is retrograde in the sign where my Saturn is. So it's going to cross over my personal Saturn. True. I got my goals written down. I was specific about things. I feel like I understand the traveling and traversing. There's some things I don't understand, and I was clear on the fact that I didn't understand them. And there were some things too that were coming in where I was like, I don't know if I understand this yet, but I figure out the answers when I need them, and I got some of those answers today. So I'm feeling pretty grounded. I'm feeling pretty good about it. But it just feels like coincidental. Feels non-coincidental, the timing of the fact that my Saturn return starts in a couple days. Venus just went retrograde. It's a time, retrogrades in my book are times where we can bind things up. And I did this at the beginning of Saturn in Pisces. I sat down with myself and I was like, Saturn's going to be in Pisces for a while. What you want to work on, what you want to do, you have the ability to myself right now to kind of choose a path. You're about to go through your Saturn return. We're about to learn a lot of stuff. So what do you want to do? Let's choose the path for this space. Granted, Saturn is still in Pisces, so I am still arriving in those goals and transitions, which have been so far pretty good. I feel pretty good about what I've been doing. I also had the clarity last night as well as I was writing down all of these, the transitions I want to make and the goals that I have and kind of how I want to get there a little bit too. Priorities, that's part of Aries. And the realization, holy shit, I've done so much. Holy cow, I literally, everything that I wanted in the previous Venus retrograde, I have it now. Everything I was asking for, everything I was wishing for, everything that I wanted, I have done it for myself. That's crazy. So I'm really grateful that I've sat down and made some directions for myself for the coming year and a half while Venus is direct, and I'm going through the peak of my Saturn return. Because once, I've got a lot to learn. That's just what it is. May it be easy as it needs to be. 2, I have seen what happens when you bind up a retrograde to a retrograde. This shit works, man. It works so good. So to know what I wrote down is not just like some fantasized dream and I have no real way to get there. I have actual ways that I'm able to arrive in my goals and in my dreams, which at one point in my life was not the truth. I was dreaming because I had no real way to get to where I wanted to go. I was a dreamer. I had to dream like that for a little bit, but then I figured some stuff out and I got some stuff grounded and I really I had the tools to be able to consecrate some things as necessary and needed. That's just what it is. Anyways, moving on. So I'm sitting here looking at the goals that I wrote and I am really looking forward to how I'm going to get there. A year and a half may not feel like or look like a long time, but that's a long time. That's a long time. Sometimes we look back and it's over in the blink of an eye, but that's a long time, at least in my opinion. And for those of you who are wondering, if you're interested, I sat down and I wrote down financial goals because that's part of Saturn is being in the world. What does that look like for you? So I wrote down some financial goals. There's some things that need to transition in my life. I wrote down career stuff. What did I want to do with that? There's some things that Spirit's been bringing to me recently. We don't need to get too into it, but it's unknown but known things at the same time. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I feel pretty good about it. I feel more than good about it. Actually, this is the first time I think I've actually been looking forward to the work. Feeling a little crazy because who's looking forward to the work? Apparently me. Maybe that's what it needs to be. I think also another interesting kind of shift in perspective headed into the Saturn return and also that I'm realizing in the Venus retrograde right now is the fullness of my life or the fullness that is around me. I can't just focus on one thing anymore. I can't just focus on my career or focus on my healing it's not just one. I have many different things, several different things in front of me right now and involved in my life where I'm learning how to not just balance them, but make sure that I'm grounded enough to carry every weight that I have asked for. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up your brew. I'm grateful to be able to share my brew with you. Planning and strategy is a really big part of what I do for my brew. So the fact that we have Venus retrograde and my Saturn return starts in a couple days, Tomorrow, guys, it starts tomorrow. Oh gosh. Oh wait, I think I lied to myself. I'm looking at the screen right now and Saturn is at 21 degrees, which is 10 degrees away from my Saturn. So actually, my Saturn return has started. Who knew? Apparently me now. Well, here we go then. Every once in a while I have an oversight. Whatever, it is what it is. Cool. I'm grateful I got the planning in last night because I think that went like, yeah, it's like pretty direct. Okay, interesting. Well then, as it is, I'll talk to you soon.